I feel like on this show, Levin and I have called out the 49ers press corps multiple times. Other than you, Grant, they are pillowy, marshmallowy soft. And I just want to know, why is it that you are the only one that can ask a real question?
Man, damn, that's loaded. Those are my friends. I really like Eric Branch, Matt Mayoko, Matt Barrows. They have a whole different way of doing business. And I don't understand really why they do things the way they do. But I was raised by my dad, who's from a whole different generation. My dad is 76. He was big in the 80s, back when the Chronicle was as powerful as the Niners. I mean, really, the Chronicle was making big bucks in the 80s, like a sports franchise. So they didn't kowtow to teams back then. I mean, my dad had real power in the 80s, and that's how I was sort of raised to sort of speak truth to power. And it really didn't help my career for 10 years. I was at the Press Democrat making like $2,000 a month. And I mean, no one in the Bay wanted to hire me. I mean, I pretty much built this little media empire on YouTube by myself. No one wants to hire me. I'm toxic. So I think that's why people don't do it, because you don't get jobs in the Bay Area if you actually say what's fucking on your mind. You have to, think about, what would the Niners not want me to say? I'll just, take that off the board. And then you end up being really vanilla, and everyone, but you get your $80,000 a year, you get your job, and that's great. That's probably what it is. I'm trying not to. I really love those beat writers. I'm not shitting on them. I mean, that's a tough job. But yeah, I think it's like the blog era. In the 80s, newspaper people were very confident, but in the 2000s, once the internet came up, I mean, those guys are all survivalists, the way I look at it. Like, they did what they had to do to keep making money in an era where everyone was getting fired. So they did what they had to do, but this is a new time, and I ain't doing that shit.
Here's what people don't know about Grant Cohn, though. If you talk to the other 49ers beat writers, they all love you. They all have nothing but good things to say about you. Even though 49ers fans, some of the time, you're not their favorite. Let's just say that. Like Levin.
Play the heel, and I play it well.
So one of the things I don't get is, how did the 49ers cultivate that culture? Because it's like we said, everybody but you. Like, what happened to the other columnists? Where did they go? That's what I don't get, is where are the other people? Like, it used to, your dad used to ask questions, but he wasn't the only one that would ask the tough questions. How did everybody else go away?
I think it's more a reflection of what's happened to media than what's happened to the 49ers. I mean, look at newspapers. I think as these media organs have started to die and lose circulation and money, they're thinking like, well, what's going to bring in money? And they're like, profiles of athletes. Like, I think they think hot takes and opinions don't sell when they're wrong. I mean, they're really wrong. I think they're trying to look, it's just a bunch of people in their 50s trying to figure out how to hang on. I'm so sorry. But the people who are figuring out how to make money in this market are younger, and they're much more technically savvy. It just seems like that's the way it's going. I mean, those guys are just hanging on to their jobs so they can put their kids through college. And I get it. At 55, are you really trying to reinvent the wheel? No. But at 30, yes. And I feel like we are. I mean, look what we're doing right now. You don't see other people doing this. I don't even remember your question. I was just rambling. Sorry.
No, you're good. Like, I get it. Like, I was a sports journalist. That's what I went to school for, and I got out of the game.
It doesn't pay.
Due to money. Yeah.
It doesn't pay. I'm sorry.
But like you said, like, people, maybe organizations don't think that hot takes sell or whatever. But it's not even just hot takes, Grant. It's critical thinking.
Critical thinking. Thank you.